The residents of Aknaghbyur, a village in Armenia's Tavush region, have no doubt that Vardan Mamikonian's army has passed through here. It's no legend, they say. This is all that remains from an oak tree believed to have been planted by General Mamikonian himself. While General Mamikonian and his army were resting near the copious village spring, his bodyguard died of injuries he had sustained in battle. The general dug a little hole in the ground using his sword and planted a sapling. That's how the story goes. The tree stood standing for 1,600 years. People came to visit it as though it were a holy site and lit candles in the hollow of the giant oak. One night, the whole tree went up in flames. The fire was caused by these candles. Despite all their efforts, the firemen couldn't extinguish the fire. You can still see fragments of the enormous branches. This is what's left of the towering oak. The village tradition continues. People still light candles on the stump, and this is where young men headed for military service are given a fond send-off. And this is the Vardan Mamikonian monument. Here's the source of the village fountain. The water emanates from below the ground and flows down to Aknaghbyur. Winters here are short, while early spring is more like autumn, with wild weather fluctuations. But the villagers don't abide by the whims of nature. A bit of sun is all it takes for them to resume tending their groves. It's only in rainy days that our work is put on hold. The Iron Hero stands proudly amid the thick mist that envelops the village. This combine benefits not just our village, but 5 other communities: Lusadzor, Lusahovit, Khashtarak, Ditavan, and Azatamur. The combine, as well as 2 tractors, are gifts from the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund. Since the time the machinery was delivered to Tavush, it has made it possible to cultivate swaths of additional land. The machinery has brought hope to us farmers and boosted agriculture. We now have close to 70 hectares of cultivated land. Prior to the arrival of the combine, harvesting was a daunting challenge for Sanasar, who has been a farmer for 40 years. Unlike the Ararat plain, the wheat fields of Tavush are not flat due to the mountainous terrain, and the soil is often stony. This machine is excellent for our soil conditions. It's durable and it's got a powerful motor. Moreover, it's a hydraulic rather than a mechanical system. The soil in Aknaghbyur is extremely fertile. Harvests are always ample as long as fields are not impacted by frost. The yield was great last year. We made a good profit and there was plenty of produce for our personal use. We also receive assistance from the government in the form of fertilizers and other products, all of which help us optimize farming. In addition to providing agricultural machinery, the fund has built gas and potable water networks in the village. The Hayastan All-Armenian Fund has done a great deal for our village. It has built our municipality building, as well as potable water, irrigation, and drainage systems. We're all deeply grateful, Sanasar says. Next summer, visitors to Aknaghbyur will include benefactors who have sponsored projects in the village. As Sanasar and his fellow townspeople promise, the guests will be treated to warm bread made with local wheat and locally made wild pear vodka. This is where a feast is certain to be held. As they say in Aknaghbyur, conversations and toasts that take place next to the tree planted by Vardan Mamikonian are the stuff of legend.